Okay, this is from the book Underground Guide to Study Skills by me, Pete Rogers. I'm going to talk about, midterm examinations for me in med school with regard to study skills. And this applies to anybody in high school or in college. And it's basically how do you crush academic tests. So that's a photo of me in medical school. My freshman year of medical school, I was very confident going in. I had been student athlete of the year at Stanford University, getting A pluses in the most difficult classes at Stanford. And I sort of figured, University of Illinois is a state school. I'm just going to crush this. I'll be easily the first best student in the class. So I got my grades back from my midterms, and I was like 10th percentile, which for me is really bad to be 10th percentile. That's like, I felt like I had been mugged in the alley. I mean, I never imagined myself being 10th percentile. That'd be like the worst I ever did. So I was really pissed off and kind of surprised by that, kind of confused by that. So I was sort of brooding and thinking about it, how could this have happened? And then one day at the lunch table, a couple weeks after that, I heard some other first-year medical students talking about what classes they took in college. And one student said, well, last semester I took anatomy, physiology, and histology, and I'm like, holy crap, that's it. They had taken all the classes for the first year of medical school already, during, let's say, their junior and senior year of college, whereas I had not. I had majored in evolutionary biology, and there was tons of stuff about population biology, insect biology, statistic. So the reason why, that many kids did better than me on the first set of tests was because they were seeing this material, for the second or third time, whereas it was new to me. They had really majored in pre-med biology of humans versus, I was studying, meanwhile back at the farm, at the ranch, what they call Stanford the ranch, I was counting the number of mitochondria in a bug's ass, okay? So real sort of molecular biology, biochemistry, stuff that, was interesting, but it's not med school related. So they had a big advantage on me. Once I realized that, I just knew I'd have to study more to catch up, and I could figure out how to do that. So the lesson from this is you always want to have seen the material once, twice, thrice, or more to have an advantage on making it easier to learn. Like, watch videos on the internet before you go in and see a lecture from the professor in your class. And I was real motivated. In med school, what you do on your boards exam is sort of the key to getting into a good residency. And I wanted to make sure I was at least in the top 5% of the class. Top 10% is AOA, but I wanted to at least try to go for the top 5% I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon when I started out. Sports medicine, I come from sports and been injured myself. Okay, but anyways, the whole point of this is see the material at least twice, if not more, before you encounter it for real on a test, and you'll be way ahead of everyone else. I crushed boards. I got 99 percentile. The highest possible scores. First in my class of 333 students, but that was still a big shock and a lesson learned what happened at midterms.